In this video, we're gonna take a look at some instances where cops messed with the wrong people and got instant karma because of it. So let's get straight into it. Well, you know how it goes. Cops being cops. There to enforce the rules and flex their authority. But things took a twist when they couldn't enter this girl's house without a warrant. She was clearly offended, and hey, maybe she had a point. But the game changed when the girl, whose house they'd come to, cranked up the volume. She started shouting that they had no business setting foot on her property and ordered them to hit the road immediately. The cops must have been taken aback by that fiery response.
Get off my property. You have no right to enter. No, you have no right to enter. Nope. Here, get your phone. I have it. You have no right to enter in here. Get out.
You have several people.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I said to remove yourself from the property. You had no right to open my doors. Get off of my property. You are not supposed to open my door. Get off of my property now. Get off of my property now.
And you're not
Get off of my property now. Get off of my property now. Get off of my property now. Get off. You get off. Get off. Let go of my door. Move. 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 I command you to move off my property now. Get up. Move. Get off. Move. Move. Let go.
Yet these officers, still quite sure of themselves, weren't too keen on heeding the girl's demands and casually stood their ground in front of her door. But just you wait, because this situation was about to take a different turn when this girl really got in their faces and cranked up the pressure. At that moment, the cops started to look more than a little uneasy. To be honest, I probably would be a bit spooked too. To add to the drama, the folks inside the girl's house had her back all the way. One of them was even recording the whole spectacle, putting those accused officers on the spot. Meanwhile, another person took things a step further and got in the face of the male officer. Things reached a boiling point when the girl demanded the police officer's badge number and name and then firmly instructed her to never cross her path again. She made it clear that they had no right to disrupt her peace with her daughter. The crucial part is that those cops left with their tails between their legs, thoroughly defeated. See ya, suckers.
Get off my property.
Your aggressive behavior
Don't
is
ever
not
come back here.
You're
You're not welcome here. Get off! And don't you ever open my door again. Sierra, come here. I want her number now. You guys go back in. I want her. What's your badge number? What's your name?
227
And what is your name?
Constable Beaulieu.
Don't you ever open my door again.
It's a place of business.
No, it's not.
a
It is
residence.
not a walk-in.
It's not a
You
residence.
do not walk in my doors.
You are open to
You do
business.
not walk in my doors. You do not walk in my doors ever again. You hear me? You do. You do. Get off my property.
Stop assaulting me.
No, I'm not assaulting nobody.
Yes, you are.
I'm not assaulting nobody. I'm done.
Your behavior
I'm done.
is very aggressive.
I don't care.
She's tired.
I'm sick and tired. This is my f***ing daughter. How dare you come to my place of business that I have to feed my children? I'm so f***ing done. I can f***ing, you don't even know what I can do to you right now. Get up. No. Get up. I'm tired. Get up. Now. You too. Get up.
Mom.
My property. Get up.
Mom.
Hold on. Hold on.
Seems like those cops might have had a bit of a slow day on their hands, rounding up a whole squad to corner one guy, all because they thought he was playing hide and seek behind some buildings. Little did they know that this fellow was fully aware of the game, and he took his turns demanding their badge numbers and names. Among the bunch, there's a female cop named McDaniel, who comes off as the most self-assured, but as the story unfolds, her confidence ends up working against her. Things are about to get interesting.
Don't touch me, bro. What's in the badge number, dude? What's in the badge number, ma'am? Identify yourself now. Since you're surrounding me. What's in the badge number, ma'am? Identify yourself.
Sir,
What's your
behavior
problem?
hiding behind buildings is what drew this attention, okay? If you're here for regular business, we'll leave you be. But your behavior is why we're out here.
Identify yourself.
Sergeant Graham, Ottawa County Sheriff's Office.
What about you, ma'am?
Captain McDaniel, Ottawa County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. What about you?
Detective Anthony, Iowa Police Department.
Okay. What about you?
But when he singled out the most senior policeman among the bunch and asked for his badge number and name, the guy seemed a bit taken aback. He nervously questioned why the man would want to know. Our clever protagonist fired back smoothly, saying that as a public officer, it's only natural for him to not hide his identity when out in public. Then, when that same officer tried to act all clever and told the man to leave, he had yet another clever retort up his sleeve. He coolly responded that he had no reason to vacate the premises because, say it with me, he hadn't done anything illegal.
You. because you're a public official, right?
Yeah, I'm here appropriately public. I want to know what you're doing too.
None of your business. None of your business. Go back inside.
Hey, leave the property.
I don't have to leave the property. I haven't broken the law. This is so funded by tax dollars. If you want to leave, dispatch. But I will not leave this property. I haven't broken the law. Go back inside. Now.
You don't tell them what to do.
I tell them exactly what you don't. You understand me?
In the grand finale, he decided it was time to set things straight with the female police officer. She believed she could toss around unlawful orders without facing any repercussions. Well, little did she know, she'd picked the wrong guy to mess with. Karma swiftly caught up with her as this man calmly escorted her back to the station, showing her where she truly belonged. And obviously, that wasn't in the law enforcement business.
Let's go.
No.
I'm escorting you back to your car.
Nope.
Yes, I am.
Don't touch me either.
I ain't gonna touch you.
Guys, go on.
Go inside. Go inside. Now. Now it's time for you to get back in your car or back in your offices now.
No. I'll go whenever I want. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Let me escort you back in.
No, you don't need to follow me.
I do. You're a public official. Don't ever surround me again. Ever in your life.
Yeah, I know.
Ever in your life surround me. Do you understand me?
Don't get
Go
close
back
to me.
inside now.
Don't get
Go
close
back.
to me.
Go
Don't
back
get close.
inside.
Don't get close to
Don't
me.
you ever surround me. Ever. You brung this on yourself. Get
No.
back inside.
Your behavior brought this on.
Not illegal.
Yes.
Not illegal.
The way you were behaving.
Not illegal. Go back inside. You're gonna have to deal with me a lot more now. Now get back inside. Oh, I bet you it won't. I got big things planned for this city. Don't ever mess with News 9 Lisa again. You understand me? With your bogus ass warrants. Oh, they weren't. Over $50. You guys are pathetic.
When officers Krista McCabe and Cameron Perillat strolled up to the mechanic Roger Edger, who was diligently working on a customer's car, they had a sense of unease about them. Even though Roger wasn't causing any trouble, they approached him and demanded to see his driver's license. However, Roger knew he didn't have to oblige since he wasn't behind the wheel at the moment. He was just doing his job.
What are y'all doing?
I'm for second description.
Huh?
What are y'all doing?
Get in the car.
Is this your car?
drive on check.
One of my
Numbers
customers.
1867.
One of your customers?
No, tell. Yeah. I was over here earlier.
Whose car is that?
That's mine.
The black one?
Yeah.
All right, take a break for me real fast, and y'all have driver's license or IDs on you?
I ain't gonna submit to no ID. Listen, you call the lady right now. Listen, I ain't got time for this. Don't worry. I don't mean to be rude or nothing.
Okay, no, you do need to give me your ID
No, I
or
don't.
driver's license.
Listen, I don't want you to run me in and for nothing.
Are you refusing to give me your
I'm
ID or
telling you,
driver's
if you
license?
call it,
But it appeared the officers had an unusual interest in bothering an innocent man. They took it a step further and even handcuffed him. To make matters worse, Officer Perillat displayed an unpleasant attitude by insulting the man and scolding him for not addressing the police officers the right way. Honestly, with their behavior, it's hard to argue that they even deserve to be addressed at all, let alone in a polite manner.
you shut up.
Is that how you talk to someone? Is that all officers supposed to talk to someone
Yeah,
like this?
we're here doing a custodial search on you.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. What y'all need to do is call Miss Bill Patel right there in this office right here and hand me the key. That's
I
what you
already
need to do.
explained to you, all right?
I mean, I am such a rush. How long has it been, man? I've been trying to get up and get this car all day. And then here, there it is, okay. Look at it.
3821 Crane Drive.
That's it right there.
Is that all it's possible?
I think she's having problems with her van.
But the saga of these police officers harassing innocent folks was far from over. Officer McCabe then turned her attention to the other man and demanded to see his driver's license. She went on a solo mission explaining to him why Roger was headed to prison, all just to flex her stupid authority. Even though the man pointed out that the mechanic was merely fixing a car that had broken down 2 days ago and vouched for him being a good person, Officer McCabe seemed to have nothing more to say. Instead, she firmly asserted that good people end up behind bars if they break the law. It's quite the performance, isn't it? She seems so convinced of her stance, even if the rest of us can't help but think she's coming across as a bit foolish. Mechanic Roger Edger filed a lawsuit against the city of Huntsville and the 2 police officers after he was wrongly arrested. Body camera footage showed that he had not committed any crime and was not driving at the time. The officers Krista McCabe and Cameron Perillat were denied qualified immunity, and the lawsuit was sent back to federal court in Alabama for further proceedings.
Have a seat right there for me, okay? You have no. I can need your ID. Thank you. Okay. So, all right. He is going to jail. All right. Yes. Okay. Well, that sucks. I mean, good people go to jail too. Good people, bad people. If they break the law, they break the law. They go to jail. All right. I asked him multiple times for his ID or driver's license. Did I not? Yep. Okay. Then he refused. I asked him again if he was sure that he was refusing to give it to me. He confirmed that he was refusing to give it to me, and at that point, he is obstructing an investigation, and he is going to jail. All right? I'm out here because I got a call stating that that vehicle, okay, is an employee here, and you guys were inside the car, and you're not supposed to be inside the car.
No,
okay? And that's fine. All right? But I'm still here making sure that you're not doing anything illegal. But it took me now, how long have I been out here? Like 5, 6, 7-ish minutes, okay? I'm just now getting to tell you why I'm here because of his action. All right, I'm just now getting to explain what I'm investigating because he deterred me from doing that. All right?
That's his floor. He owns the body shop on Governor's shelf thing.
This incident kicked off when a young man was filming a police vehicle and 2 officers hopped out of the car looking for some fun. But what these officers were blissfully unaware of was that this young man had a better grip on the law than they did. Quite literally, when they began questioning why he was filming their vehicle, the guy nonchalantly fired back that he could film anything in public, minding his own business. He then requested them to introduce themselves. As Officers Mandero and Altobano introduced themselves, they had no idea just how much embarrassment was headed their way.
Our stuff.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? The reason you're recording the cars?
Why you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles. That's
why.
Why
You came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
I'm not aggressive.
You are.
I'm asking you why are you looking into our vehicles?
Why you so aggressive?
You need to
you have to be
vehicles?
reminded to turn your body cam on?
No, my body camera's on.
What's your name and badge number?
Mandaro 18915.
And yours?
Altobano 26485.
And then
Altobano 26485.
Why you so aggressive? It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Why are you looking into our
so what? Whose cars?
This is the police department's cars.
That sparked a heated argument where the young man filming the vehicle asserted that he could even touch the car if he wanted, check if the tires were in good shape, and went on to explain that he could do so because he'd paid for the car with his state taxes. Initially, the officers seemed to want to say no without much of an argument, but their faces betrayed their growing desperation as they realized they weren't dealing with an ordinary character. In fact, the guy behind the camera even had the audacity to tell them that they needed to learn how to do their job better with a sly smirk on his face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can look at them, I can touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Fuck you mean I can't touch them? Yes, I could.
You cannot.
Yes, I could.
No,
I pay for them, man.
You do not pay for them.
I don't pay for them. Who
No,
pays
you
for
don't.
them then?
City of New York does.
Where am I
Police
at?
department.
Where am I at?
I
don't pay for these cars with my tax dollars?
Not for that.
Yeah, you need to do your job. You need to learn your job better. I can touch these cars all I want, bro. Yeah, I can't break into them, but I can touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Yes, I could. I could check on the wheels, make sure the wheels are good. I can look at them. I can do all that.
You need help?
Do you need help?
I don't need help. I'm asking if you need help.
Don't answer questions.
You need help?
Don't answer questions.
You need help?
You go back to work.
We'd love to go back to work. You're the one standing in front of our car.
Go ahead. I'm on the sidewalk.
But that dude's not standing in front of our car. You're still standing in front of the
whatever
car.
I want. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does the sidewalk have to do with anything?
The situation took an even funnier turn when Officer Altobano confidently declared that the guy couldn't film their car because it was against the law. But guess who just ended up looking even less informed? The guy promptly inquired if he was being detained, and when Officer Altobano said he wasn't, our clever character mockingly asked what law he had violated if he wasn't even being detained. In an attempt to assist his colleague, Officer Mandero jumped in and delivered even more nonsensical statements, asserting that it was a violation of the law even if you appeared suspicious. Yet again, this guy had a response ready, and you could practically see from Officer Altobano's face just how infuriated he was that someone had come and outsmarted him.
Who said that?
Says who?
Yeah, who said I can't film inside the car?
It's the law.
Am I detained?
You are not detained.
You're not
So
detained.
what law is that?
What, I'm not saying you're detained.
So what law am I breaking?
You're not to be filming inside the car.
What law is that? What law is that? Some shit you just made up? What law is that? I'm in public. I'm on the sidewalk. That means whatever I can see from public, I can record. Right? You know that, right? You know the First Amendment, right? What law is that? State the law. Just making shit up as you go along. You always do that? You always do that? You always
not gonna play your game.
You always just make shit up as you go along?
I'm not making anything. I'm just not gonna play your game.
You plant drugs on people?
Absolutely.
So why is he making up laws that don't exist?
He's not playing the game.
He said I can't film inside the car. So go back to work. I told you that. I'm not detained, so why are you still talking to me? I'm not detained. Why are you still talking to me?
You're not detained.
Exactly.
So
why are you still talking to me?
Why are you still here?
If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay.
Then why are you still here then?
I'm free to
You don't
leave,
want to
I'm
talk
free
to
to
us,
stay.
right? So then why are you still here talking
I'm
to
filming
us?
the cars like I was doing before, peacefully, minding my business. You came up mad, aggressive, yo. Ran over here, your friend had suspicion is not a crime.
But the young man's mockery of the officers didn't stop there. While ironically explaining to them that being suspicious isn't a crime, he took it a step further, poking fun at Officer Mandero, even daring to ask if he might be on medication or perhaps feeling a bit lightheaded.
Why y'all just make up laws like that? And crimes, you just make up crimes?
No, not at all.
You just said suspicion is a crime.
Suspicious person is a call that we get all the time.
Is it a crime?
It's not crime to be suspicious, no.
Exactly. That's what the
Do you
question
need
was.
help at all?
Is suspicion a crime? I told you I
Do
don't
you
answer
need help at all?
questions. The question was, is suspicion a crime? Are you high?
I'm not high at all.
Or you just hard of
Do you
hearing?
take any medication?
Are you drunk?
Absolutely not.
You sure?
100%.
Okay. Suspicion's a crime, can't look inside vehicles. What's next? What else?
Do you need any type of
I
help?
don't answer questions. I told you that
Do you need any
already.
type of medication, or do you take
Are
any
you
medication?
you need an
at all?
ambulance, sir?
Do you need? I'm asking you. Do
You
need an
okay?
ambulance? I'm asking you if you're okay.
You got ADD or something?
I do not have ADD. I'm asking you if
So
you're
you
okay.
can't, you don't listen well?
I listen fine.
I told you I don't answer questions.
Are you still talking to us?
So
though?
stop asking. Stop asking me
I can
questions.
ask questions.
The guy decided to saunter over to the next police car and have a go at the officers in front of that vehicle. It becomes increasingly evident that this squad of police officers, when gathered in such numbers, doesn't add up to being smarter than the single character taking them on. Then he inquired about who their supervisor was. Though the supervisor reluctantly answered, fully aware of what lay ahead, the guy wasted no time in offering his unsolicited advice. He suggested that the supervisor ensure his colleagues from earlier, Officers Mandero and Altobano, received a crash course in the First Amendment. But believe it or not, this supervisor wasn't spared from the ridicule either. When he mentioned that they were investigating, the guy couldn't help but burst into laughter. What kind of investigation was it if they were just standing around?
Have a good day. Excuse me. If y'all done with these drinks, you should throw them out. It's not a garbage can. It's a police vehicle. Yo, is any of y'all a supervisor here? The supervisor? Yeah, these two guys just making up laws?
What do you mean?
You said I can't film inside the car. It's a crime?
If you're going inside, it just looks suspicious. That you can record
And he
it all
said
you want.
suspicion is a crime?
Yeah, I just left my police vehicle here, going inside there. I don't know what's your
Okay.
intention. I mean, a lot of auto braking happening, so that's why they might be asking. You can record it all you want. It's no problem. There's other countries.
So suspicion is a crime?
It's just like, it doesn't look good. Like you're going inside.
But am I breaking the law?
Listen, we are investigating your crime over here.
Okay, I'm not
We're
stopping you.
engaging
You guys are just literally standing around. That's how you
We have a
investigate?
job over here.
You investigate by just standing around?
You can look up on the 911 dispatcher and check
It looks like you're chilling, like...
Doing the job, trying to do the job.
Okay, you should like teach them that. Teach them about the First Amendment. That I'm not committing no crime.
All graduated the police academy, they're all alone.
Come on, you know the academy ain't shit. They don't teach you nothing at the academy.
I take pride.
They don't teach you about the Constitution.
Anyway, so you have a great day, okay?
Did you learn about the Constitution at the academy? They didn't teach you that, what, 6 weeks? In 6 weeks you learned about that?
At the very end, a final piece of advice was dished out to all the police officers to learn the law thoroughly. While the cops tried to put a facade of being nonchalant and brushing him off, it was pretty clear that they couldn't wait for him to take his leave. Why? Because, well, almost all of them had been outsmarted.
Yo, brush up on your law. Suspicion is not a crime. Brush up on the First Amendment, all right?
Have a great day, sir.
This time, a disagreement broke out when two cops decided to falsely accuse a guy who just happened to be there of obstructing their work, but they messed with the wrong person. Karma had a field day as soon as the guy they accused started dropping the First and Fourth Amendment knowledge bombs. You could practically see the surprise on one of the officers' faces. It's like he was all geared up for a scolding session, but whoops, today's not your lucky day, buddy.
Keep going.
Wait, you threatening me?
Yeah, keep going.
You threatening me? I have a First Amendment right.
I'm asking you to go.
I have a First Amendment right, sir. I have a First Amendment right.
I'm asking you nicely.
I am not going to take my rights for your fucking sake. No.
Yes.
You're a coward, then.
I'm asking you nicely to move.
You can ask me nicely all you want. I don't have to say.
Yes, you do. We're over here trying to do our job.
I do?
Please move.
Is that a lawful order?
Please move.
That's a lawful order?
Yes, it is. You're preventing us from finishing.
I'm not. No, it's a physical. It's a physical act. It's a physical act.
Identify yourself.
Identify yourself. It's a physical act.
Right here.
It's a physical act.
What have we done?
Interfering. What have you done to me? My whole life.
You're the one that keeps.
You're a tyrant. I'm over here my camera to see you guys' tyrant acts. That's all.
Keep going.
You guys pull somebody over for what? For having no plate? That's not a crime, sir. So you violated somebody's Fourth Amendment. You take an oath to. You have a moral obligation to uphold an oath that you took. Do you not? Do you have a moral obligation to be an American when you took an oath to uphold the Constitution? We have a Fourth Amendment not to be secure in our personal papers, things that affect from unwanted or unreasonable search and seizure.
The police officers stubbornly stuck to their narrative, portraying themselves as hard-working public servants while framing the young man's presence as a distraction. Then the young man pointed out that they weren't actually working. Instead, they were exerting a form of tyranny. Talk about hitting the nail on the head. Their job is to serve and protect citizens, and their behavior wasn't fulfilling either of those roles. One of the police officers, visibly irritated, even issued a threat of jail time. In response, the guy introduced himself, making sure they'd remember his name, Jesse James Rayburn.
Reading, bro. I call it reading. I call it reading. I call it putting tyrants. And you're not doing a job. You're being a tyrant. Your job is to serve and protect. This isn't serving or protecting. I can protect from wherever I want to, sir, unless you put up some tape. You put up some tape, I'll move. You put up some crime tape, I'll move. No, he has not. A lawful order. A lawful order. I'm not interfering with nothing.
You're preventing us from finishing.
No, I'm not. That's a physical act. I'm not threatening you, and I'm not interfering. No, I'm not going to keep walking nowhere. I'm going to be right here. This is my first, okay? For First Amendment right, I'll go to jail fucking and sue the fuck out of you. That's fine. That's fine. I love it. This is what I do. This is what I do, buddy. Look up my name, Jesse James Rayburn.
This guy definitely knows what he's talking about. Even after he distanced himself and the police officers asked him to move further away, the guy was well-versed in ways of the law, even citing Supreme Court rulings. He told the visibly irked officers that he was filming them to expose the tyranny they were practicing. He even recorded an incident where an officer wrote a ticket to someone without a valid reason.
You fucking coward? Right here? Right here? Right here? Right here? Right here? Right here. 8 feet is what the fucking Supreme Court said. 8 feet is what the Supreme Court ruled. 8 feet is what the Supreme Court ruled, coward. 8 feet is what the Supreme Court ruled, coward. 8 feet is what the Supreme Court ruled, coward. 8 feet is what the Supreme Court ruled. Do you not follow the law of the land? Do you not follow the law of the land? Are you a coward? Are you a coward? You must be a coward. You must be a coward. Just go ahead and put down your badge and gun and walk away, bro, because you're a coward. You don't even earn this job. I'm 8 feet away, homeboy. You're a mouth. That's all you are. You're a fucking tyrant. Look at you giving tickets. Yeah, I do. You're damn skippy, I do. To show tyrants like you, bro. That's what I do. Giving people tickets for no reason. Thank you.
Following this, the man began a barrage of criticism aimed squarely at the officers. The officers found themselves at a loss for words, likely because the man seemed to be right about everything he said. He admonished them, from the need to grasp the importance of moral conduct in their profession to the suggestion that they might be better off seeking another line of work, given their apparent lack of understanding their duties. He even went as far as to predict that they'd lose their jobs unless they familiarized themselves with their constitutional obligations.
You guys are dismissed. You guys are dismissed, lames. Cowards. You're a coward, bro. Learn what it really is to be a cop. Follow the Constitution of the United States that you swore an oath to. You have a moral obligation. Cowards. You have a moral obligation to set this country right, bro. You guys are cowards. Quit your job if you don't know what it is. First Amendment, the right to press, freedom of speech. As long as I'm not threatening you, I can do whatever I want. You have no right to tell me what to do until I committed a crime. Learn the rights. Learn the truth. Or don't do your, or you're going to be losing your job if you don't. You're not going to have a job, I promise you, unless you learn your constitutional obligation.